that what you wanted to see from Aiden and Cam and even both Micah too?
Yeah, it was a great night for the pitching. It's good to win a game, good to win against a game, against a team that's playing well, 17 wins, and to accomplish a lot of things while we're doing it that's going to make us better. Like that's the ideal night, relative to tonight. I don't think it stops there. I thought Sam set a great tone in the first inning, striking out the side. Justin came in and kind of minimized the damage and calmed the game down, and then pitched another good inning. I thought Kate Anderson was great for 2 innings, so that was good to see. And then we went to Micah after him, and super proud of him. He's really improving. And the best part of what I saw there was, he gave up that double. Another guy hit a ball hard, and he made pitches to get out of that inning with no runs. Came back out, executed. I thought Cam was outstanding. Nobody's going to hit that if he executes like that. And that was great. Aiden, I might be the first hit he's given up. If it's not the first hit, I know it's the first run for sure. And then he gave up another hit and then got right back in the zone and got 2 guys out. DJ hadn't pitched, I think, since Texas State. It's 1 pitch, but it's a strike and it's an out. And then Fidel again bounced back from the homer. So I thought it was a great night for the pitchers tonight.
With since we're talking to Micah in a bit, how has he sort of improved from last season?
A lot. I think a lot. I think it's more strikes. It's better command of the strikes. It's, there's strikes that are hittable and there's strikes that are pitchers' pitches. He's making a lot more pitchers' pitches. Breaking ball is really good and always been really good. I think it's a little tighter. He's throwing his fastball to both sides of the plate and in and out, and it's up to 94. So really pleased with his development.
How much did some of the time he spent in the Cape sort of help him?
I think it helped him a lot. From a confidence standpoint, I definitely think it really helped him a lot. And I went up there and saw him pitch this summer, and I think that was a good experience for him.
How does success on the mound today kind of translate over to the weekend?
I don't think it has anything to do with it, but I mean, we could have pitched poorly, and I don't think it had anything to do with it. But
translate to this weekend. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Sorry. Just 18 to 22-year-olds, it's day to day.
With Mac, he had a pretty good weekend against Florida, and then today he kept going 3 for 3. Just what have you seen from him?
He's a good player. He's just a good player, and we brought him here for the experience. And what I mean by that is, those guys that played last year, they had played so much. You know what I mean? A couple 5-year guys, they're only here because of COVID. A couple 4-year guys, a couple 3-year guys that are the best players in the country at their positions. And he had 92 hits last year. He's had a great career. He knows our system a little bit, and he's a great dude. He's a great guy, and thought he'd fit well with the team, and he has.
What do you think's allowed him to get to, I guess, his pull side power a little bit?
He's a good player. It's always been a part of his game. Just our field that we had at Arizona was like the Grand Canyon, literally. I mean, it was like 366 to the left field line. It was the biggest field I've ever seen. And he hit some homers there. So that was part of it. I thought that would translate to here. And, over the last 2 weeks, it really has.
Was it nice to see Tommy sort of get right back on track after the big weekend against State?
He walked a lot this weekend. You know what I mean? So, I thought he was productive in terms of moving the offense. And that's going to happen from time to time because everybody knows he's the best hitter that there is. And, you're not going to be able to judge it by did he hit homers in 3 or 4 consecutive games like he did prior to the weekend. But, a couple great swings tonight. And, he's himself and he's doing great.
How do you sort of approach a guy like DJ in that situation where he does his job, he only throws 1 pitch, but,
Yeah, maybe it's because I was a small college second baseman. Like, I don't get into the whole, I maybe don't understand Division I pitchers, and it's probably a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, hey, he's a great kid. We have a team full of great kids. He's continued to work hard. He hasn't pitched since Texas State, I believe, was the last outing that he pitched. And, I'm calling down there, hey, you're in for 1 hitter. So, he threw the first pitch great. And
he knew that?
Yeah. So, if he could hear me on the walkie-talkie and Drew standing right next to him. So, proud of him. A lot of guys like that. Sam Dutton's pitched great. Hadn't pitched since Xavier, I think. We have a lot of good guys, and we're still figuring out that mix, unfortunately. But proud of the guys tonight, and they got themselves ready. And it's a good team. Like I said, 17-7 or 17-8 now. It's a good start to the season, and they're going to win a ton of games. So it's a very valuable win.
And with Cam just with
He's really doing well.
yeah, not just throwing strikes, but also throwing strikes with his breaking
Oh
ball.
yeah, yeah.
So,
It's going to be a lot to deal with. And
how much improvement has he had with that breaking ball?
a lot, yeah, a lot. Well, we saw it in the fall, so it wasn't a surprise. He just had to get back into, and he's learned a lot, which is why you come to college and you don't go to professional baseball. If you're not, completely ready for it, sky's the limit, and I'm excited for where that's headed.
Mac went 3 for 3, but he's also showed a lot of improvements in center field. How important is it for him to be able to play that role?
I want all our infielders to be able to play all the infield spots. I want all of our outfielders to play all the outfield spots. That's not realistic when it talks about center field. You're probably relegated to Paxton, to Jake, and to Mac. It's just lineup flexibility is a big thing, and the fact that he can roll over there gives us some lineup flexibility.
Ashton Larson had another.
They did.
Day. Last week maybe it wasn't the greatest matchup for him, but is this week sort of, could he work his way into the lineup again?
Oh, I think so, for sure. I love playing him. He's a guy we're gonna continue to build around. It's like regardless of who we bring in, he's gonna be a big part of what we're doing, moving forward. He's a great kid. He's a hard worker. He's a good hitter. Baseball's his whole deal, and we just have some good older players, and he's one of those guys that can be a very good corner outfield. He's shown some aptitude to play first base. The DH spot is something that's potentially open for him. So there's 4 spots that he could work his way into.
What are you hoping to see this weekend?
I would think the competitive level has to be as good as it's ever been. We kind of outlined that today, and it has to be more for us because something that we talked about today is, we're the champ. Like, we're getting everybody's best shot. It was a big deal. We won the national championship against the team that we played, so it was a big weekend for a lot of those guys. And a lot of those guys had tough series, and they gave us their best shot. And we're a pitch location away from winning 2 out of 3 and taking one of the best teams in the country's best shot. Well, this team is a perennial Omaha team, one of the best programs in the country. We're going to get their best shot, and so the competitive level has to be off the charts. And I really want us to see us play with maturity. Like, no matter what happens in the game, we're always ready to move forward to the next pitch and do our job on that pitch.
Any more questions?
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.